20 years back, if you asked somebody who a criminal was, the answer would have been very obvious. Someone with a knife, gun, and blood on his hands. Now the world has changed, and so has the world of criminals. He is no longer somebody with a relatively poor background or a traumatic childhood. He is someone more like you and me. Someone who is smartly dressed, wears a suit, a tie, drives cars, uses flashy gadgets. The keyboard has replaced the gun, and that is now a more powerful tool. This is the world of cybercrime. Today's most common threat isn't the man who owns a missile. Today's threat is a man 2000 miles away who has the password to fire it. As crime has gone cyber, we now face the huge problem of the cyber criminal. As the world has now become wired, even in the smallest of places, the virtual world seems more real than the real one. Law has also developed new rules about operating the computer and internet. Violation of these rules means punishment, which could be as severe as life imprisonment. For example, meet Aditya. Aditya was just 5 years old when he sat at a computer. When he was 9, he knew how to operate more than 10 different softwares. By the time he was 16, he was programming in 4 languages. When he turned 22, he could effortlessly hack into any major email service. But Aditya was always a good guy. He could hack into websites and then tell companies what was wrong with them. Most took him seriously. Some even paid him. Of course, his mistake was when he tried bypassing his college website just to teach them a lesson about security. He was reported, his education cancelled, and was banned entry in any college for 10 years. He was also taken to jail.
You do know what you did was wrong, don't you?
I wanted to help. Why doesn't anyone see that? I didn't go knocking on his door to tell him how bad his website was. I wanted to show him how easy it was for someone to do it.
And you saw what happened to you. It's a wrong thing to do. Your neighbor can have a door which you can easily open, but that doesn't mean you open it. Why should internet rules be any different? Whatever you are good at, you should be doing responsibly, Aditya.
अरे यार, वो सब ठीक है.
ठीक नहीं है. It's not about what you feel about it. Imagine the inconvenience you're causing others. The amount of cases that have just rocketed up about kids going overboard on the net just isn't funny. Have you heard about the Riya Pooja case?
No, the one where...
I was just talking to her 2 months back.
Pooja and Riya were best friends till the 7th standard. In the 8th, both started liking the same guy. Naturally, they fought. Pooja made a fake Facebook profile of Riya and typed messages that weren't so nice to everyone in school. No one believed Riya when she said it wasn't her. Finally, unable to cope, Riya drank poison. Luckily, she was found on time and survived. As she would soon find out, no one is faceless on the internet. Pooja's IP address was located, she was caught and punished by the juvenile court. She had to spend 3 months in a remand home.
More than anything, I hate how cool I thought I was acting. It is so easy to spread the most horrible things about a person in no time. It was the easiest thing to do. I never thought I would get caught. I just want to tell all of y'all, fights happen and they can always be sorted out. Never make fake IDs or hate groups. Not a single day goes by that I don't regret doing what I did. I had the most horrible time of my life in remand.
What happens with your generation is that it is very easy for you to get what you want. You're very comfortable with technology. You people have everything at your feet. You want information? There's Google. You want to chat? There's BBM. You want to share photos? There's Facebook. You don't understand the importance of privacy. The problem is that you don't understand that there is a law that governs its use. You think you're faceless on the internet. And that is why that gives you the courage to do the things that you would normally never do.
See, it's actually not as bad as you say. I mean, we know what we want and the net helps us get it. We don't need to sit in a place like a library for hours. Google helps us find answers in seconds. If we want to remain connected with our friends, there's always Facebook.
I never said it's bad, but it's important to remember that people never change. What they are in real person and what they are in the virtual world remains the same. Just as there are bad guys in the real world, there are bad guys in the virtual world too. It's just that the virtual world makes everybody seem so beautiful and friendly. But that's not true. You already know that there would be a lot of guys getting friend requests from girls who have very beautiful display pictures. But these are actually fake accounts created by people who are out to take advantage of you. You yourself know how easy it is to hack for a professional.
True, but that doesn't mean we put any information up at all.
I'm not saying don't. Just be careful. If you leave the door open and somebody robs your house, it doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. But wasn't it stupid of you to leave the door open in the first place? Talking of robbing, there's a very funny case which happened here 6 months back. I had a friend called Robin.
Meet Robin. Robin is your regular 9 to 5 worker. He is an engineer, works hard and helps his parents out. Robin lives alone. 7 months back, he was planning a vacation. Robin had too many friends to call and inform. So he just put up a status saying he was going out of town. When he came back, the entire place had been robbed. It was totally empty. He had been looted worth lakhs of rupees. When he was asked who all he had told, Robin said there were 1,300 friends on Facebook who knew where he was and when he was coming back. Even the police didn't know where to start from, because by virtue of the total amount of friends he was connected to,
That would be more or less around 56,000 suspects. I think this came in the papers.
It pretty much did. It's unresolved. But what can the police even do?
They have nightmares when it comes to phishing attacks.
How exactly does this work, this phishing? By the way, would you like some juice?
Actually, I wouldn't mind. See, it's very easy. Basically, you design a page that I know people use a lot. For example, I know you use Facebook. So what generally happens is I design a page that looks exactly like Facebook and then ask you to log in.
That sounds tough.
I'd do it in 5 minutes and show you if I didn't want to go to jail again. After that, then I say something like your account has been logged in 2 or more places. And so
I enter the details.
Exactly. And then all your details are with me. This happens not only to Facebook but to all other sectors. So people from banking, social networking, they all fall prey to it.
Is there something I can do about it?
The general rule is never ever enter your details in a page if it pops up. Generally, if you have a good antivirus, it should take care of things. But still, the best way is it's better to be careful.
Now you're talking really sensibly. Hello? Yes? No, wait. No, this will just take 5 minutes. You can send it in then. Yeah.
New case.
None of your business. Same problem though. These will you do friendship requests should be outlawed.
Let me guess. Fake profiler tried a stunt.
Close enough.
Meet Trisha. 2 months back, Trisha was on when she received a friend request from a man who seemed interested in becoming friends with her. He looked harmless, so Trisha accepted the request and started talking to him. A month after she told him all about her family and friends, he sent her 10 of her photographs photoshopped into something very obscene. He blackmailed her, saying he would put them up on her timeline if she didn't give him 50,000 rupees. Trisha had no clue what to do. She deleted him, but then he began messaging the photos to her best friends, threatening them too. Finally, Trisha told her parents. The man was caught. He turned out to be a 45-year-old and had done this a number of times. He was charged with 3 crimes and awarded 5 years imprisonment.
I was so stupid. I think about it every day. People in this world are really twisted. They think in the worst possible ways. If those photographs had gone up on I never would have been able to show my face at school again. Thank God he was caught. It feels a lot better.
Do I have to come here next week?
You will come as long as they've told you. For the next month, every single week.
And then in that case, tell her what you told me.
Of course, but then I think she might already know after what she's been through.
Anyway. Thank you. And I should see you next week.
The world of cybercrimes is more dark and scary than one imagines. People operate the internet under 2 assumptions. One is that they are anonymous on the net, and second is that there are no laws for the internet. Both of these are wrong assumptions or myths. One has to be very careful while operating in the cyber world so that one does not become a victim of a cybercrime and one also does not commit a cybercrime unknowingly.
Rotary is the biggest NGO in the world with a base in more than 200 countries. It has more than 1.2 million members spread over 32,000 clubs. Rotary has initiated projects to tackle some of the biggest international problems such as illiteracy, disease, hunger, poverty and environmental concerns. Our Rotary Club of Pune Westend is an extended hand of the Rotary International. We at Rotary have recognized the growing dependence of today's youth with cyber media. We feel it pressing concern that children today have access to the free use of cyber media but are unaware of the repercussions of using the same. Bearing this in mind, we have decided to make this small film, hoping that it would teach children to tackle different aspects of cybercrime. It is a sincere effort from our end, and we hope you enjoyed it as well as learned from it. Thank you.